cool. Oh my god. What the heck? Were these things even in the original Quake? Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my, let's just go nuts. Let's just open up. Okay. Hi everyone, it's 314 React here. Today we are looking at the recently released Quake II Remaster, which is not Quake II RTX, it is a Nightdive based remaster of Quake 2, similar to what Quake 1 had the other year. So if you already own Quake 2, all you've got to do is go to the Steam page and then hit play, and then you'll be able to select Quake 2, as well as playing the original, The Reckoning, Ground Zero, all the originals. So you can still play the original, but now selecting Quake 2 will bring you to the remaster. And here we are on the main menu, which looks very reminiscent of Quake 4. So that's completely redone main menu, unlike the one in Quake II RTX, which is basically the original main menu with some additions. So you got all your standard issue inputs here, standard stuff, nothing too exciting. Invert look is there. I remember Nightdive released Power Slave without invert look for ages for some reason. So that's there, that's good. Sound options all pretty much the same. When you get to the interesting stuff, it's display settings, where you can obviously set field of view, FPS, texture smoothing on or off, which again brings up the age-old question of, do you prefer your Quake crunchy or smooth? I am going to leave that on smooth, I think, because Quake 2 did release right around the time of 3D acceleration, which of course would have introduced texture smoothing, so I think it's appropriate. CRT simulation. Ooh, no, we won't do that yet. We won't do that yet, but we will do it at some point. And you'll see why. Look at anti-aliasing, depth of field, bloom lighting, motion blur, enhanced models, muzzle flashes, color light maps, square particles. Again, that will be kind of old school, like the texture smoothing. Oh, fog, and now dynamic shadows. I now believe that there are multiple dynamic shadows that can be cast from shadow maps, which is really cool. Wasn't in the original game. So if you go into here, you can now select the graphics API. Actually, you can select between Vulkan and D3D11. We're going to use Vulkan. We've got VSync on. We're playing at 4K, and we are running with a Ryzen 7700X with 32GB of RAM and an RTX 4090. So I'm not really going to be running any sort of performance testing here because it's pretty much going to run maxed out. There's also some extra accessibility stuff in here, which is really, really handy. I don't think the original had this, which means more people can play it, which is always good. Let's dive in. Let's look at the single player, new game, and here we see some additional stuff. We've got the standard tutorial, the standard game, Call of the Machine, The Reckoning, Ground Zero, and then we have Quake II 64. That's right, just like the first Quake remaster, they've introduced Quake II 64 to be playable. We're going to check that out in a bit because it's a little bit different from the PC version, and that is where we're going to enable the CRT filter. So it's worth noting that The Reckoning and Ground Zero were original expansion packs that were released after Quake 2 back in the 90s, and Call of the Machine is a brand new expansion made by Machine Games. Of course, also, before I forget, there's also multiplayer. I've never really played much multiplayer Quake 2, which is why I skipped past it initially. You can play local split screen on it. AI opponents in deathmatch and team deathmatch. They've really gone all out with this. This is really good because usually, you know, stuff like Halo, they just don't even bother with split screen anymore. And yeah, especially AI opponents. Yeah, it's not so common nowadays. That's awesome. It's also available for Steam, the Epic Games Store, GOG, Microsoft Windows Store, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch. You also have the ID Vault here, which has concept art, where it's got some original drawings and designs. Really, really cool. Including some really, really sketch-based stuff like this. Like old school. And that one's even got coffee stains on it. Wow. That's awesome. Well, there's weapons, pickups, and enemies descriptions, stuff to do with development, and this is just a really nice little package. So first what we'll look at is a bit of Quake 2, because I just want to check out the upscaled videos. Now if you've played the original Quake 2 or even 2 RTX, you'll remember that the videos are incredibly low resolution. You know, this is still the 90s sort of era, but now they've been upscaled really nicely. So we're just going to take a quick look at this. Still got some like blockiness to it. There's only so much they can do with the upscaling, but generally that upscaling looks really good. Because yeah, the original game would have been very, very blocky. Oh, that looks really nice. Couldn't be any more Aliens inspired. Couldn't be any more 90s sort of video game spaceship. Fantastic. Love it. So the subtitles seem to be on by default. Yeah, it looks really clean, huh? Really nice. I'll tell you another game I hope Nightdive redo. Total Annihilation. That'd be incredible. Especially if they did a Battlezone 2 and worked with the modding community. Got to do a video on that at some point. Total Annihilation. Anyway, we get the idea. And here we are with Sonic Mayhem Descent into Cerberon playing. And you can see the extra shadow of the main character there, as well as the extra shadows on the enemies, as well as extra shadows being cast from the muzzle flash. There's numerous ways to play Quake 2 now, and even this area is a little bit different, which I'm sure this area is not like this in the original Quake, and it's not like this in Quake 2 RTX. So there are some other differences. I'm not an expert on Quake 2, but hopefully someone in the comments will be able to tell me what the sort of differences are. Anyway, let's bail out, because now we've seen what the quality of the cinematics are now like. Let's dive right into Call of the Machine, and let's do it on medium. So straight away, we're in a crash pod again. And we've got a very, very Aliens vibe. Okay, now we've got a very Event Horizon vibe. Slash Stargate. Ooh, okay. Oh, I love that jumping sound in Quake 2. It's brilliant. Ah, okay. Oh, there's me trying to press all the wrong buttons. Whoa, okay. Okay, so you actually choose where to deploy in. But wasn't I crashed in on a... I was crashed in one of these on the ship. So I crashed in again. Okay, so here you can see the new machine gun model. Now I believe that Quake 2 RTX used models from, oh my god, from Quake 2 XP, whereas this doesn't use models and stuff from Quake 2 XP. Because that introduced lots of normal maps and stuff like that. This just uses enhanced textures. Because I think what they're trying to do is update the look of the game, but not lose the aesthetic. So adding in bump maps and stuff like that was not what they were going for. That's what Nightdive are pretty good at, is maintaining the original aesthetic. Of course, aesthetic and artwork is not the same as technical graphics. Although one can be influenced by the other. Whoa, don't jump into the lasers. There we go. So I imagine these areas will be a lot more difficult, because obviously they're counting on years and years of experience of people that have played Quake 2 coming in to play this. But also, I imagine they'll be much more packed with enemies, because, of course, there were limitations at the time to how many enemies you could have on screen at any one time, because of the A, the engine, and B, the hardware of the time. But now, this is running in Nightdive's own Kex engine, and also, you know, we're in 2023, so even pretty much basic laptops can... sort of run stuff like this. Oh, hello. Okay, so this is really not holding back. I've just got the shotgun, the machine gun, and the railgun, all in the course of about 3 minutes. Oh, boy. Oh, no. So they've done Quake 1 and 2 now. I'm hoping they do Quake 3 Remaster, and then hopefully a Quake 4 Remaster. Plenty of strafing. You can see some shadow coming there from their own muzzle flash behind them. So it's kind of like the shadowing you see in Quake 2 RTX, but obviously not path traced. It's just shadow maps, I believe. Again, it's up to you whether you run it smooth or crunchy. We can have a quick look at what it looks like being crunchy. So this is smooth mode, of course, and this is crunchy mode, which is, of course, much more akin to what it would look like under software rendering. Completely up to you which one you prefer. I'm not actually sure. It probably depends how I feel on the day to which one I will use. Oh no, where's the railgun? Oh, that was awesome. Oh, we can also see some square particles here. So these are the sort of rounded particles. And then we go square particles. Look at that. Ah, it's so cool. So essentially you can flick it between looking late 90s, crunchy software accelerated game, or have a bit more GeForce 3 looking particles coming out. Really nice. Let's take this dude out because he looks very, very dangerous. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, he is very dangerous. Oh my god, how many... Okay. Classic Quake water wobble in there. Oh, look at those extra lighting effects. You see, their newer lighting effects, technically better, but they, like I said, they still maintain that sort of late 90s look to them. Kind of reminds me of the lighting in Battlezone 2 a little bit. Although even more advanced than that, because it will be pixel-based rather than vertex-based. Whoa! Okay, this is quite tough. On the very, very chunky double-barreled shotgun. I mean, I think you could pick up weapons pretty quickly in the original Quake campaign, but this is something else. cool. Oh my god. What the heck? Were these things even in the original Quake? Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my, let's just go nuts. Let's just open up. Okay, shotgun, 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 double barreled. Yes, please. This is so tight quarters, it's unbelievable. Oh my god, these things are fast. Right, I'm gonna do a risky one. Nope. Okay, let's do a quick save. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's got 2 rail guns on it! No wonder it's absolutely taking me out. God, I'm getting absolutely annihilated here, man. These things can take so much damage. Oh my god, look at this thing, man. Are these respawning as well? Oh no. No, no, no. This is not good. Gonna go for another risky little quick save. Finally, it's dead. Oh my god. Oh my god, they do get back up. Oh god. Alright, we've got double damage. There is a way to get a weapon wheel. There we go. So we can actually switch and pick up your items and use them a lot easier now. Oh no. Oh, hello. There's a control switch nearby. I found a secret, huh? And now there's a secret within the secret. Alrighty. Oh no. Oh no. Because of course there's a hidden trial with loads of enemies everywhere. Okay, so forget that secret. No way. No way I'm going to do that. Oh god, now I've only got 5 health. It's one of those things where you manage to find a secret, but not the actual way that you're meant to go. Yeah, I'm not doing too great at this game. But in my defense, this is designed for much more hardcore... Oh, wait. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Hey, there we go. Okay. Alright, so I'm not great at this, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to come off of Call of the Machine, and we're going to go to Quake II 64, and we're going to turn on the CRT filter. The menu's really snappy as well, I really like that. For anyone wondering, we are going to turn on the CRT simulation, and we're going to leave texture smoothing on, because the N64 would have had texture smoothing. So let's go into Quake II 64. Let's go in on medium. And here we see the very, very Doom 64 influenced beginning. And it just looks absolutely perfect with this CRT filter on. Oh, that's great. That might very well just be the thumbnail. Fantastic. That's so cool. Strog Outpost. Of course, there'll be no videos on it because this was originally on a cartridge, which means there'd have been very limited room for videos. So here we are at the start of the level, and you already can tell it's completely different from normal Quake 2. And just in case you're wondering, here's the CRT filter off, and it looks pretty much close to what the normal game looks like, because this is also running in the Kex engine. So I think it also has all the extra shadowing stuff on it as well. Or does it? No, it doesn't. So yeah, I think they've kept some of the textures and the blob shadows. So again, it's sort of maintaining that aesthetic of the N64. Turn the CRT filter back on to really keep that aesthetic. Oh, before I get crushed, Mission Impossible style. There we go. Right, this has got to be a secret up here, isn't it? Let's give it a go. So we're going to lift up, lift up, lift up. A crate will come out. I mean, a crate will come out. Thank God for that. Right. And now we can go over here. We can get whatever this thing is. Whee! Oh, it made me invisible. Nice. Whoa. I think there's a PS1 version of Quake 2, wasn't there? And it was completely rebuilt from the ground up in a different engine. That's not included on here. which I thought they would do it, but maybe there's a licensing issue or an ownership issue with that. I love when they do this, N64 games on PC, because even if you get an N64, it's going to look pretty horrendous unless you've got an old CRT or some sort of CRT simulation, you know, running on an LCD. These games were never meant to run on an LCD from the original hardware at that low resolution, and also the N64 controller is also not great. Oh my god. Oh no, I think they do have dynamic shadowing. I just saw his muzzle flash. So yeah, I think this has the... yeah, it does. But it's a more blobby sort of shadow. Interesting. But yeah, the original N64 controller is a bit horrible. I've never really been able to get on with it. As nostalgic and as fun as it is to play around on N64, it's always good to release these sort of games for PC, and it just enables maximum compatibility, no need for emulation, and lots of extra content. Oh, the other thing to note is that I don't think there's any music in this version either. I think there's just a ambient sort of soundtrack, I think, by Aubrey Hodges, who also did the spooky soundtrack for Doom 64. It's just that kind of ambience. And again, that will be because of lack of space on the cartridge. Oh, I love that Quake water. But it does mean that the game has a very different feel to it. It's got a much more threatening horror vibe, which again is great because all these different ways to experience these games is awesome. Whoa! Fantastic. Oh, that was awesome. What a ridiculous sound to make as well when you're switching weapons. So that was back in the day where each console would have its own sort of feel to it, different sound effects, different music, stuff like that. Whereas now, pretty much you'll get the... oh boy. You'll pretty much get the same game across all platforms, maybe with a few DLC differences or some nonsense like that. Plays really nicely, runs really smoothly. I don't think I've had a single hiccup or error yet. And I think Quake 2 you can pick up relatively cheap. And I think also, I can't quite remember. I think if you pick up Quake 2, you also get Quake 2 RTX as well. Yeah, if you can grab Quake 2 for, for quite cheap, then it's quite worth it. Because you're getting a lot of extra content with it. That sound effect is always so funny. There we go. Whoa! Yeah, I would love to see a Quake 4 remaster. There was Quake 4 on the Xbox 360, which also had a somewhat of a updating of Quake 2 on it, which I think ran in 1080p, but no one else other than the... oh my god. No one else other than the 360 got that, for some bizarre reason. So to have this is pretty good. But yeah, to have Quake 4 remixed would be really cool. Add some stuff to it, add a mission pack, spruce up some of the graphics a little bit, while maintaining that sort of id Tech 4 look. Just as this has the id Tech 2 look? Yeah. But of course, before that, it has to be Quake 3 Remaster. Definitely. And also a bit of love towards Quake 5 would be nice, or Quake Champions. And then also probably a Quake 5 as well. Yeah, because there's Quake Champions, which I don't think has had much love for a while. I think it still has somewhat of a dedicated player base to it, I think. So it'd be good to get some more love back into that. Whoa, what the? And also a Quake 5 would be cool as well. Whether that be a sequel to Quake 1 or Quake 4, I don't know. Listen to that soundtrack though. Ooh, creepy vocals. I like that kind of ambient stuff. Personally, what I'd like to see is a Quake 5 that adopts the multiverse of, oh my god, monster infighting. That adopts the sort of multiverse that Doom Eternal hinted at. Spoilers for Doom Eternal. There were slipgates in Doom Eternal, and they look just like the slipgates from Quake. And of course, since we're talking spoilers, Doom Eternal is in the same universe, or at least the same multiverse as the original Doom games, including Doom 64. So it's also possible with the slipgates that it's also in the same multiverse as Quake, and that Quake and Quake 2, 4, and 3 are all also part of that multiverse, which makes sense because Quake 3 was obviously a multiverse as well, with the different selection of characters from all of the various id Tech games. A Quake 5 that sort of took a bit of Doom, bit of Quake 1, bit of Quake 2, Quake 4, and brought them all together, that'd be pretty sweet. It's just a shame we can't get Mick Gordon to do the music for it, because they had a falling out, id Software and Mick Gordon. I don't think they'll be working together ever again, which is a real shame. Anyway, that is a good few minutes of me playing Quake 2 quite badly on the new Call of the Machine, oh my god, expansion pack, as well as the N64 version. So yeah, it's really good value for money. I really do enjoy this. Oh no. Like I said, the only thing missing is the PS1 version, which would be really cool to play through. So, I will leave it there, looking into this weird dynamic texture of a sky. Ooh. With the creepy Aubrey Hodges music in the background. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe for more gaming and tech video content. Hope everyone's staying safe, and I will see you in the next video.